The Santa Marta haters are wrong. And you're going to find out why right here. I don't know if this is going to be before or after the vlog, which you should watch. Minca, Tayrona Park, a little Centro action. But we're going to get into it because I'm getting very sick and tired of the people that bash Santa Marta, Colombia. So I got 10 questions here. They basically encompass everything that we need to talk about, everything for you to decide if you want to go there or not. And yeah, let's get into it, okay?
And that's what I eat, cacao. I do not eat chocolate.
And it healed you think?
Yeah.
From Sierra Nevada, Colombian copy.
The Colombia is beautiful country.
Okay, let's go.
Why does Santa Marta get a bad rep from some travelers, and what's the truth? I think the biggest things that come to mind are the infrastructure. People love to pout, cry about that. Maybe the beaches in the city aren't the greatest, but just outside Topapagana, even where I stayed, not in the city center, but where the new high-rises are, totally fine, totally acceptable. Obviously, you have Tayrona Park, you know, you have to take a boat tour or drive, which isn't super close. But I took the boat, I think it was like an hour at the most, and it was unbelievable. Like freaking some of the best beaches you'll ever see, great nature. I think the other bad reputation is it can be like a very touristic place where a lot of people have their vacations. So, you know, a lot of people get mad about that, but it didn't really have like the cons of say like Cartagena. I wasn't harassed in the streets nonstop. Prices were dirt cheap, and I went in, I think, March, which the highest season I think is December, January. But I mean, there's still a lot of Colombians and people vacationing there, but it was dirt cheap, bro. I had a freaking beautiful apartment for like $550 a month. 2 beautiful rooftop pools, jacuzzis up there. You had a gym, 2-minute walk to the beach. I mean, big studio. I had nothing to complain about. So like, it's not like you get crushed with the negatives of tourism. And yeah, I mean, infrastructure, tourism, it's windy. That's my only real complaint, is at night all of a sudden it's freaking super windy out, but during the day it's not much of a impact whatsoever. But for some reason, everyone and their freaking mother wants to just bash on Santa Marta. Oh, they also say it's boring. They say, oh yeah, it's good for a weekend, you know, vacation. All the Colombians say this, but don't stay there for a month. That's crazy. You'll get so bored. Not at all. It's like 500,000 people. Obviously, with the tourists, you get new faces, but you have crazy nature, bro. You have Sierra Nevada mountains, you know, the Minca, the villages in there, the hidden one where you do like 3 to 5 days to get to it, like where the Indigenous people still live. And then you got the Tayrona Park, so you have all those crazy beaches, mountains, beaches. How can you get bored? You know, especially if you're working, you know, and being productive during the week and not just going crazy. Like every weekend you can fill your stuff with, you know, very cool nature experiences. And the party, like there was some good vibes in Centro at night. They had a lot of action going on. That was not hurting. As for dating, yeah, you can still date, and there's a lot of locals that live there and are nice to gringos. So yeah, I don't know how people can get bored in Santa Marta, but infrastructure, yeah. So no Uber, which is tough, you know, very annoying. I was not happy about it. I thought about getting a bike, but all the Colombians were like, no, it's so dangerous. I think it would be totally fine if I rented a bike and whipped around, which would be beautiful too. It'd be a great time. But you can do the taxis, and every freaking building has taxi guys outside. A lot of them you have to pay in cash, but you can find one that can be on call, like have your driver and say, yo, I want to pay in card. Even if you got to pay a little more. I didn't. I found a guy and he took me to the machine. I paid him or worked up a tab and then paid him weekly, right? So it's very doable even without the Uber problem. Yeah, even like public transportation. I didn't take it, but there's a dude I met there with his Canadian wife. They're retired and they just take the bus. It's dirt cheap and they felt totally safe. I mean, this is a older Canadian couple that is doing this. So that should give you an idea that the safety level, which we will discuss, there's some bad parts, but about the infrastructure, you know, problem. Once you're, if I was only there for like a couple of days, I'd be really pissed off, but not really, because there's taxis everywhere. But once you get the hang of things, it gets easy to move. And also you have Rappi. So even when you're staying in this little area, I'll put it on the map, where all like the new high rises are, which is I like the area. And you get Rappi delivered. You get everything you freaking need whenever through Rappi. It's really good in Colombia, Rappi. Check out the vlog. Just some scenes going through that Minca, the jungle, Tayrona Park. I think I did a little downtown. But yeah, overall, dude, like a lot of you guys, you don't know what you're talking about. Santa Marta is a solid, very solid beach city to not only vacation at, but to post up, to get focused, to have fun, to have beaches, mountains year-round, good weather, in a somewhat pretty safe place for dirt cheap. I mean, not much more people ask for than that, right? So stop propagandizing Santa Marta and go. All right, we're deep into the mountain. I think Santa Marta is the largest mountain near a seaside in the world, but we're in Minca. Seems very hippie. I see a lot of hippie gringos, but good vibes. Check out this little church here. Love these little churches in the villages. Lovely. Can't go in with the beer. I'm a respectful Christian. But yeah, freaking hungover today. I don't know why. So that means I gotta drink a couple more, you know, to get over the hump. Got a long day of touring. I hope it's not too much climbing. But Minca, here we come, baby. Alright, so we're waiting for this tour to get started. I'm with Sonia. She was in the taxi with me to Minca. She's been living in the USA for a while, but I was just talking about Colombia's history, and you lived through the 80s in Bogota. It was a wild time, the wild, wild west.
Yes, very, very, very dangerous times. The drug cartels are all over the places. They control everything, even the government and all of that. So that was really frightening.
And you felt like anywhere you walked, a bomb could go off?
Yes, we were afraid to leave the house because you never know, in the malls, in the street, all of a sudden, boom. So yeah, that's really...
Oh, vamos. Let's get this tour started. I'll be asking Sonia a lot more questions as it goes on. So now that you're back in Colombia, what do you think the biggest changes have been since you left?
Yeah, definitely the country's better. I think there is a lot of developments, and but still security in big cities are a big issue.
See.
Yeah, because unfortunately a lot of robberies, and we have a lot problem with immigration from Venezuela.
Yeah, see.
That doesn't help a lot. So yeah, in some ways it's good, it's better. Regarding security is not that good, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm curious. You're in your young 20s during this period. Did you ever go out to the bars and hang out with some narcos or troublemakers?
No.
No, you stayed away.
I was a very quiet woman.
Very okay.
Very quiet girl.
Catholic, nice girl. See.
Yes, well behaved. No, I really didn't.
But you never seen them out and about, flashing cash or whatnot, like throwing parties?
No, not really.
So they kept hidden in Bogota?
I think so, yeah.
See. They kept you locked away in the house, okay.
Practically, yeah. That was the time that it was really, really bad. As I told you, everybody was afraid of leaving the house, be on the streets, be on the malls. No. You have to think twice if you want to go out.
Now that you spent a lot of time in USA, I'm curious what the difference is between culture, lifestyle in the United States and in Colombia.
Well, I'd say there is there is two aspects. Regarding security and all of that is better in the US. We feel free to walk and all of that. But probably culturally, regarding family and people, it's more warm in Colombia.
For sure.
Yeah, so probably it felt it feels like that way because we are foreign. I don't know, but like the family and all of that's kind of different.
Colder, yeah.
Yeah, it's colder, correct. So that's one of the things. But we have in the economy, it's better than
Opportunity.
US. Yeah, we can live good. We don't have to have a high pay salary to live good, which doesn't happen in Colombia.
See.
Yeah, you know, Colombia is like 80 or 90% poor people, just 10% or 15 people, rich people.
Speaking of those rich people, most of them are what? Politicians, they work in the government, or who's rich in Colombia? What kind of people?
No, it's a variety. Government, of course, but there is a lot of people, also industrial people, industrial guys, and no, they have, how do you call that, empresas?
Entrepreneurs?
Entrepreneurs, yeah. Yeah, they live good, but also they have to be very careful because of the security.
See.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Cacao plants.
Cacao. Teobroma. Native from Ecuador, nativo de Ecuador.
So I guess cacao is really important here too for ceremonies and whatnot, similar to like the Mayans and the Yucatan Peninsula. So pretty neat how connected the cultures are.
So I am a biologist, but I guess he's better prepared about coffee than me. Pero creo que él sabe más que yo de café. So go follow him while I make the coffee for you. Vaya a decirle a él y yo le preparo todo el café. Todo usted.
Famoso, ¿cierto? Por el café. Famous for the coffee. Okay, in the world have two coffee class. Robusta and Arabica. The Robusta. Can you remove the shell? Vamos a tomar cafecito.
That's good. So I guess an English company owns this, and then the second biggest one is a German. My homie said the Sierra Nevada is like the third best coffee in Colombia. I didn't know Colombia's not, or coffee's not native to Colombia. Very interesting, huh? But yeah, it's really good coffee because it's high up in the mountains, good conditions, and they've been here for generations. And the Spanish brought it over though. Interesting, huh? Some Sierra Nevada Colombian coffee. It's not too strong. It's like not much taste either. It smells good, but no taste. Interessante. Alright, so how do you guys feel being back in your homeland? Does it feel good? The vibes? How do you feel?
It is great. Going back to our roots.
See, ¿por qué? Tell me why though. Go in depth.
Because this is where we lived when we were little. This is where we grew up. Even though not this place, but the country, I mean. The people, people are very humble, and people are very kind. People are very sweet, always to you, and they always try to help people, foreigners. There is a very warm environment around people. I miss that in the States.
Because you've been in New Jersey for a while.
Yes.
New Jersey's more cold, yeah?
Yes.
Weather and the people?
People, yes.
See, is there a depression feeling ever when you're around that, or?
No, it's not depression. It's just I miss the warm feeling of people, but it's not depressing. You build your own life, and you take the best of two worlds. You take the best of there, and you take the best of here. So,
do you think you'll retire in Colombia or no?
I've been wondering that. I don't know the answer to that yet, because there are many things that I would miss in the States. The practicality,
Convenience.
convenience, and we are a little bit spoiled also because we have everything handy. When you come to places like this, you get other things, but you have to give up some other things that you have. So it's finding that balance, which is very difficult. It's a very difficult decision.
Here. Oh. Hi, so this is my tour guide. He's been a little aggressive with me. You know, he's a Venezuelan. I think he doesn't like Americanos, but let's talk more. Let's talk more.
Look, I learned English because I went to the United States when I was 19. I married an American girl.
Really?
Yeah, I went to school there too.
Where?
Cornell Lab.
Cornell Lab?
Cornell Lab. I am a biologist ornithologist
No, what is Cornell Lab?
in New York.
I don't know.
The
Oh,
biology-
Cornell.
Cornell.
You went to Cornell?
Yeah.
That's a good ass school.
137 degree.
IQ. 170, 37. Okay. So hold on, but amigo, you've been in Colombia for how many years now?
7.
But you've been doing tour guides for 30 years in
Yeah, when I
America.
came back, I'm almost 60.
Really? That's impressive, you know?
Yeah, I need to shave my chest.
You told me you got in an accident a while ago, and
yeah, I
because you're in
fell-
good shape and you started taking the cocoa?
Yeah, I broke my shoulder, my hands, look, my neck, my jaw. Look, I have a surgery,
Oh my god, yeah.
all platino. And I was almost in wheelchair, but I eat cacao nibs, bro. So I feel, you see, my body is very flexible. My bone-
Cacao, chocolate, right?
Cacao, the nibs. No chocolate.
Can you explain it for the American audience?
Cacao nibs is not chocolate. Chocolate is when you mix the cacao past with sugar or milk or water. That's chocolate. But cacao nibs, roasted or raw, is cacao, no chocolate. And that's what I eat, cacao. I do not eat chocolate.
And it healed you think?
Yeah. I still can feel, people feel the bones here.
See?
Yeah.
Your vertebrae.
My neck is rectilinear. Rather than be like this, it's like this. But I had to sleep with a special pillow because if I sleep in the wrong situation, I'm fucked.
It hurts bad.
Yeah.
So tell me, the Venezuela, the whole situation,
It's
is that
getting
why you
better.
left?
Yeah, but now it's getting better. Tourism are coming back. You know, the country is safe at the moment. It's poor. Venezuela is poor, but there are no delinquents, people that rob you. Human rights are in Venezuela now. So the country is getting better. It's becoming like Cuba, a country poor but safe.
How much responsibility you put on the American government for creating the situation in Venezuela?
Well, the last government that you have did help a lot. He says, you have to choose. Many countries in South America and Central America are becoming left side. Or we are friends, or we join the group, or we go away. So if you're smart, you need to join them.
Sí.
Because there are more countries in South America left sides.
Sí.
Mexico,
Colombia, Brazil,
Argentina,
Lula now.
Lula, Bolivia, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Salvador.
No, he's far right wing.
But he's kind of, you know.
They don't like him. USA doesn't like him.
I know, but he's doing great.
No, but amazing.
Yeah,
but he's a
give me
fascist
a
almost.
guy.
Oh, you take some of this from. Yes, no lips. Americanos are afraid of germs.
I know.
So, what? I mean, your perception of the Americano, the gringo, what is it?
Great. Because
No.
my country grew up with you guys. Venezuela was famous 70 years ago because
Rich, very rich.
yeah, you guys help us to make us rich. So I have no complaint against that. See, my job, my school, my career, Oh, it was because of you, so I cannot complain against you. You gave me something back. So why should I not be with you? I agree and disagree in many things, but you gave me something. I have my career because of United States. So I cannot be miserable saying that they are not good. I live my life and I have good living because of you guys gave me the chance to grow up on that. So that I feel okay.
I know you're big into the eco. What is one thing you want to say to the viewers about the environment?
Don't swim with mosquito repellents and fresh waters. We are polluting the 3% of the left water that is left. Fresh water is polluting because we swim with a lot of pollution that we brought with us. Mosquito repellent, sun cream, lotion, and we pollute the rivers. There are creatures in that river. We don't have to bring dirt. That's it.
Good. It's good. I'm happy you're my tour guide. You're a fun guy. I like it. Oh! What'd she say? I was cute? Yeah. No? Tell me your experience with the Americano. We can walk with it.
Cool. Nice, simple. If you understand them, you're the friends. If you do not understand them, you're fucked. It's a matter of understanding who we are. You know, not everybody is understanding the world where we're living. But the human being has to understand that we are just intelligent. And we have to understand each other, try to live together, share what we have and what we do not have. It's just simple.
Amigo.
That's it, my friend.
No. Come on. Get deep in there. What does the Venezuelan have to say about a gringo, their way of life, coming to Colombia? Tell me.
You guys brought the oil companies in 1940s, 1930s. We want you back to keep bringing us to a better life again, as we were before.
So bring the oil companies back to Venezuela?
No, I mean economy. The economy, because prejudice, brings friends nowhere in the world. Politicals, it's just a matter of being normal human beings. Just being one of us. It doesn't matter if you're political, left-hander, right-hander. The idea is to live like everyone. What the fuck?
So you think Americanos are decent or no?
Everyone is decent.
What about me?
Perfect.
Am I a good guy or no?
Of course you're cool, buddy. I'm also cool.
No, we've had a great time. Look at this beautiful view. Look at this beautiful view.
Good, buddy. You're a nice man. You're good, buddy.
Okay, the best beaches and coastal spots in around Santa Marta. I was a big fan of Topacabana. It's past the historic center. It's like in this can't even do the name, like a, you know, when it's mountains surrounding you and the water goes in, kind of like a valley, or wow, my brain is stuck. But I'll throw up some photos here. I mean, this was vibey. You know, they had the beach restaurants going, you know, good people everywhere. Never felt once that danger. I actually met this whole family that was chilling there, and they brought me over. We all drank together, you know, had fun, and water was totally fine. I mean, yeah, the beaches aren't like freaking Northeast Brazilian beaches, but it's more than sufficient for many people. Now, me, I've been beach cities all over the world, okay? I mean, probably 100 some by now, from obviously USA, Latin America, Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia. So I know what is a decent beach or a beach town. And 110%, this Topacabana place was freaking gorgeous. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. Especially, I mean, you're getting like fresh seafood. It was like $5 a person. for a big fish and fries, good fish too. Then you had a little market right there, so you could go get all the wine, beer you wanted, bring it over. Great spot. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I could go back there if I was with a girl and just stay there and camp out for a month and live a very calm, peaceful life. Get a bike, so if I need to go into the city or something. But even there, there was still like a town. There's things going on, right? So yeah, I love that. Obviously, Tayrona Park is wicked, and I know there's a lot more like real hippie villages in there, but it takes a while to get there. And like I was recommending a handful of them, but I needed some sort of civilization. You know, like I found a great cafe that was connected to a hostel in Central in an old colonial building that had like a co-working space. And I went there a handful of times. It was amazing. It was decorated beautifully, you know, in that old colonial building. So I like stuff like that. Like, you know, I like a mall. I went to one mall there. I think it was the biggest one, and it was average. But again, for like a couple weeks, or if you're that hippie type, go to those like secluded village ones, you know, in the middle of nowhere. And I think it would be ideal. But yeah, and the beaches by where I stayed, in those like high-rise areas, not in the historical center, were totally fine. You know, not the most gorgeous things in the world, but I mean, you have a beautiful beach with mountain backdrops and sun year-round. We'll talk about the weather too. Totally sufficient, right? There's not many places in the world where you can get beaches right next to mountains, like beautiful freaking mountains, right? Like that's rare to have in a place that is year-round good weather or warm weather. It's really rare. Great streets. Thomas Park. This park is lively at night. Everyone out and about having a good time, but no one's haggling you on the streets, which is nice to sell things. And usually in these touristic type of streets, you get hounded. Not here. Muy bien. Shout out Mr. Digital Dork, Chris the Freelancer. I'm turning into you, man. Had a little co-working space here, Flamingo. Sunday. So all the people, the normal jobs, they ain't working. Beautiful, beautiful spot though. I love restoring the colonial action here. See, we're in the Centro. This is a colonial building, second floor. Yeah, they totally redid it. These are where some of the hostels are. Look at this, open air too. Oh, amazing. And right over there, they have a little bar, restaurant, very well decorated. I heard it gets crazy at the party. And downstairs they have like a pool, some more rooms. Good vibe. But this thing right here is like 4 hours, 15,000 pesos. And then for the full day it's 20,000. So like $3 to $5. Good Wi-Fi, fans flowing, free coffee and water. Oh, they know what they're doing. Very impressive. Flamingo. Okay, what makes Santa Marta different than Cartagena? Cartagena is cool for a few days, for sure. Do it, see it, but holy crap, especially staying in that historic town. I mean, it's a total disaster. I mean, flooded with putas, drugs, people trying to shake you down, hustle you. It's not easy. It gets very old, very quick. The rappers, the ladies dressed up in those old things, trying to get photos. It is a cool city though, man. It's a beautiful colonial city. to walk around. They have like Gershmania or whatever, which was a really cool area loaded with parties and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you do feel like you're just freaking attacked left, right, center in Cartagena. And that's difficult. The islands are really cool though. So those island tours you can take on the boat, it's good for like a day. So I stayed in the city center though for only like 10 days, but I mean by 5 days I was like, holy crap, this is gonna be tough if I want to do it any longer. I know some people that have liked it, but the consensus is of Cartagena is just a freaking massive tourist trap, kind of dangerous. You gotta really watch your back, especially as a single dude down there. But the main difference is like Santa Marta, it's like, okay, you can live here, and there's people that are retired there or that are living there, and it's not full on take as much money as possible from the gringo. Because in Santa Marta, there's a lot of local Colombian travelers, right? So they're more chill, I would say. The people are nice, yeah. I didn't have many problems with the people at all. But it's definitely more relaxed, more tranquil. You can still find action, of course. But the main differences for sure is I think you can live in Santa Marta. It's very hard, I think, to live in Cartagena. I know people have, and they have places, and there's different areas that make it manageable. But to me, it was total chaotic place, Cartagena. I can get everything I want in Santa Marta minus the negatives of Cartagena, right? So that answers that. Is Santa Marta safe for visitors, and how can you travel smart there? So I personally never felt in trouble, but there's been a lot of people who have had issues, including my Canadian friend I was talking about. His friend that he knew, I don't know if they met there or whatnot, but we all hung out for a lunch one day. And like a week prior, he got stabbed like 5 times, and he was walking in my area. He was staying in my building, and he was like 5 minutes away, which I made this walk all the time to go to like pharmacies or whatnot. No, but like 10 minutes away from my place. So there's like these developments, and it gets more local kind of. And then, you go past the bend, and now you're in Central. The Central takes like 30 minutes to get to where I was at, right? The old historical center. But this dude's walking in an area that I walked all the time. I think later at night, but like maybe 8, nothing crazy. Dudes pull up on him on a moto, say, give me your stuff. He's like, what? Didn't understand because he doesn't speak Spanish yet. He just newly retired Canadian. And he was like trying to give it to him, and all of a sudden they just started stabbing him. I mean, I think he got stabbed 3-4 times. Like he was bleeding. He was laying on the street, and then luckily, I think someone saw him or called him a taxi, and he got rushed to the hospital. And yeah, so he was up and at it still when we met. Like a week later, but he's like, I'm done with this place. This is not civilization, and I need to get out of here. Because I agree. I mean, if you're gonna retire, my other friends, they did it fine, and they had no problems. The Canadian couple, but him, like he just wants peace and be able to walk around, and unfortunately he got. So I have heard other stories kind of like that, but for me, I mean, I had no issue. I wasn't stumbling around Central late at night or in rough neighborhoods at all, but I would do some walking, and I explored a lot and never once felt in danger. I will say though, Colombia overall is a more on edge feeling than most of Latin America. Like people think Brazil's dangerous. I feel at ease in Brazil compared to like Colombia. And now nothing's ever bad happened to me, but I felt on edge many times. I mean, I was in the emergency room in Cali, Colombia, but that was a different story. But I do always feel, no matter where I am, basically in Colombia, the cities. Obviously, if you go to the countryside and some like finca or whatnot, you're gonna be fine. You feel on edge. And Santa Marta, I think it was one of the least places I felt on edge, which is interesting, in Colombia. So yeah, I don't know. I would have your wits about you 1,000%, but before I went there and what I heard and read did not correlate to on the ground, right? So it's just like anywhere in Latin America. You can't be stupid, right? How easy is it to get to Tayrona National Park, Minca, or the Lost City? That was what I was talking about for the Lost City, where you go 3 to 5 days and see some crazy stuff. Minca's easy. I mean, I think I did an Airbnb experience, and it was dirt cheap, like full day for $30, $40, like coffee, food included, lunch. That was really good. And I had this Venezuelan tour guide who was a freaking character, right? And they did some crazy stuff. certain substances, you know, on the side. I was like, dude, you're our guy. It was at the end of the thing, you know what I mean? But we all had fun and partied hard, so it was good. But yeah, it was a great day for like $30-40. I heard, you know, Minka, if you can stay there too. I saw a lot of hippies when we drove in there. Felt good vibes. Not too far. I think it was like an hour, maybe 45 minutes from Santa Marta. It's super easy to just go book an Airbnb experience and go enjoy it, or get a taxi to bring you up there if you want to stay there, right? Tayrona Park, I took a boat with people. It was a nice boat. It was like one of those kind of beautiful sailboats. Had like a captain. We had, I think they gave us drinks on there too, and it was like the full day. I think that might have been like $50. I don't know. And that was tough. I mean, not for a lot of people on the boat, it was tough. They were puking because it takes like, I think, an hour if I remember correctly, and it's going, you know, seasick. The waves are big with the wind, right? But once we got there, man, it was like a freaking pirate getting to the Bahamas or something, and you know, this tropical, beautiful beach. The water was crystal clear. You know, they have it's like a preservation, right? So they can't have like restaurants and whatnot, but they have people like pop-up shops every day, you know, serve drinks and do all that. So yeah, it was great. I mean, definitely like a thing you have to do. I think you can camp on your own, so you can drive up there or do something and really experience it fully. But for me, it was just a 1 day, you know, maybe a 2 day thing if I'm staying there longer, and, you know, Hakuna Matata. The last city I didn't do, but I heard that's a whole ordeal and takes a long time, so gotta be very adventurous for that. All right, time to do a little sailing today. Early bird gets the worm. 8:30, got my amigo near me. Hola! Salud, amigo! Salud! Little port area, not too bad. You keep it a little clean. I sat down next to that dude, he was passed out. Woke him up, gave him a beer, started his day off right. It's a Monday, but why not drink on a Monday, right? He's a good guy. So I'm saying, you just gotta be nice to the homeless. Don't be little fish. At the end, he said, oh, can you just give me some food? I said, amigo, no dinero. God bless. He said, Hakuna Matata, gave me a little knuckles, and we went our separate ways. But that's the key, I think, you know? When you're in dangerous areas, don't show no fear and be friendly, you know? Shit, if someone woke me up and gave me a beer when I was hungover on a Monday morning, why would I want to steal from him? I mean, come on. Sounds like a nice guy. Look at this stuff. Pretty cool, huh? Modern. Buildings. Now, one of these boats is ours. The photo said it was a real sailboat, so. Let's go around here. It's not a bad beach for in the heart of the city. You know what I mean? If you're in the heart of the city, you got a beach that is somewhat clean and not totally polluted. Like, people sunbathe out there all the time. I saw people swimming. That's impressive. That is impressive, my friend. It's gonna be a fun day. Going to Tayrona Park. The famous park. Preserved. We're gonna ride by a sailboat. I heard these waves get crazy and people, supposedly some boats have flipped over and have died. I don't think here, but in other parts, you know, you gotta be a little careful. But luckily, I'm a guppy, a shark in the water. So if it goes down, I'll save everyone, don't worry. Hello. So far?
Hey, I'm here with the big guy.
Big guy?
Having fun in Santa Marta, Colombia.
Amazing.
Hello for everyone.
Hello. What do you think of these waves?
Those are killer ones.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
We're riding the wave.
Have fun. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook, man.
See? Instagram. Don't forget Instagram.
Yeah.
Facebook is for all people.
Woo! See? They said it was gonna be a little choppy. They weren't lying. Poor lady over here is crying. They got another one puking. This is the life of the sea. Gotta be ready for the life of the sea. Hi, amigo. You spent a lot of time in the USA. What are the biggest difference between Colombian culture and the East Coast where you stayed in America?
More peaceful here, man.
Okay, expand.
Yeah, more peaceful. You have more time for yourself. People in America are living the American dream, and the American dream is about having a big house, big houses, big fun, big bullshit. So here, you have 24 hours of the day free to do whatever you want, and you have a place, and you have transportation, and you have all those things. But you don't need to have 3 jobs to pay for the bricks of your house or the big car that is gonna fall apart in 3-4 years too.
So let me push back though. Why did you spend your time in the USA then? Go to college and make a business there?
The most important here in this world is to have knowledge. When you have knowledge, you really understand what it's about to be here.
Okay.
So with the money, you buy time. You don't buy things. So that's what I did.
So can you not do that in Colombia?
You can do it in any place of the world if you have the knowledge. But in America, you go there first to learn the language, because most of the best books in this planet are in English.
Okay.
So you learn the language there, and then you go spend your money buying time in a place where you're full of abundance. When I mean abundance, is nature, rivers, water.
Good people, good vibes.
Good people, good vibes. Yeah, America is a nice place. I have my business there, but America right now is the capital of the capitalism.
What is that?
Money.
So how does Colombia learn how to get the knowledge in Colombia? They don't have to go to the USA to get it.
The schools have their good tuition, and when you're a free soul, you spend all your time traveling. I've been traveling, in different cultures, learning the knowledge from all cultures, and it's a puzzle. You need to go to all those places to put the puzzle together, and then know what it's about to be here. The most important thing is your life. That's what it's all about. It's life, and when I mean life, it's having free time and having attention. When you put attention into something, you can materialize it, and that became reality. This is a reality because I keep attention in a picture, and I just create this reality.
So what's your best advice for a Colombian living in Colombia?
Put your attention in what is worth it. It's not about, material things. It's about having free time. You're really rich when you have 24 hours of the day free for you. If you have to be inside a business, you became an employee. If you're really rich, you work for your business, not inside your business. So you have time to travel and do whatever you want. For that, you need to have a mindset, and a mindset is very powerful.
So does the Colombian need to go to USA to learn this mindset, or how does the Colombian learn it?
You can learn it in any place. It's about consciousness, but to have consciousness is about lifetimes. The more lifetimes, the more you learn. So that's important that in every lifetime you can squeeze more of the knowledge you can access in that lifetime.
Oh, so you're a believer in multiple lives, reincarnation?
I don't believe in anything. I just know that that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beleza. How's our rest of our crew doing here? We okay? The German girl, she's fine. She's been through a lot worse. And you?
I feel better.
See, a little puke, we're good. Captain, Hakuna Matata. Oh. See your waves now. I go down, I go down. I've lived a good life. Made it.
What's the food scene like? Must try dishes, street food. Not a big Colombian food guy. Pretty much all of Latin America besides Mexico. Well, Peru. Peru and Mexico got good food. And Argentina, the meat. I'm starting to slowly like better Brazilian food. But both Brazil and Colombia, I'm just like, this is just not good food. So I think most of the time I just went to the local lunch spot nearby and, you know, ate whatever. But I'm never in Colombia, I've never been like, oh my God, this is freaking amazing. It's just kind of like energy. I'm eating for energy, right? So I can't really discuss that much. I know everything's, quite cheap. Whenever you order from Rappi or go to restaurants, prices are really low in Colombia, so that's nice. What's the vibe of the historic center and waterfront area? Not bad, you know. They took care of a lot of those colonial buildings. Very walkable, safe, things to do. You know, waterfront at night by the boats. These Brazilians, man. Brazilians are so loud. But that's why I can do this in the cafe, because my sound is drowned out by everyone else. But the waterfront, there's a ton of young people, looked like locals walking around, hanging out, police, a lot of different police in areas, so I always felt safe. But yeah, it's good. I don't know if I would stay there, because I looked. Because I like colonial, historic places, right? And there was nothing like really good, like with the pool and whatnot. They didn't really have those options, or they're like hotels that were like $200 a night, but I wanted something for a month, you know? So that's why I did the new high rises, because you get all the amenities, right? And they're looking for monthly, type people. And so yeah, that's the reason I didn't stay there, but I think I could have stayed there just fine and walked around. And then there's no beaches in that area though, so you have to go outside of the city anyways to get to the beaches, compared to like my place where I walk 2 minutes and I have beaches for miles going on, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, the beach city overall compared to every place I've been is really solid. Now the beaches, good. Nothing to blow your mind on the water, but enough to put, a blanket down and have some drinks, jump in to cool off, have a good time, play soccer, do whatever the hell you want, right? Like for sure sufficient enough to do that. In the area, the Santa Marta, you go to the Tayrona parks or you go even more outside of it, they have like magnificent type beaches.
Credito everywhere. Credito too.
En cambio acá no Wi-Fi.
Hi chica, say hi to the vlog. From Argentina.
Hola,
Nombre?
Ivana de Argentina,
From Salta?
Salta, Argentina.
Sí, met a
Visitando
new
acá
friend.
Santa Marta, conociendo al amigo. Muy linda la playa que estamos. Bahía Concha. Very good.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Bonito. What do you say to gringos that want to come to Colombia?
Again, please.
To a gringo that wants to come to Colombia. Do you recommend gringo come to Colombia?
Que vengan.
Sí.
Que vengan, ¿sí? ¿Ah?
Hey, translator.
Pero,
What does she
pero él
recommend?
quiere que yo hable en inglés, yo no voy a hablar en inglés.
You translate. What do they want to tell the gringo who comes to Colombia? Advice.
a los gringos. Pero en español.
Sí, en español.
Que lo traduzcan allá. No, chévere que vengan y conozcan, chévere.
Oye, es que lo que pasa es que entra aquí a Colombia ni permiso ni nada. Vamos a entrar allá.
Que conozcan
a Colombia.
Pero
para
que
ver que Colombia es un país bien hermoso.
Que entran todo el mundo.
Mujeres hermosas.
Y allá no.
Pero cállese.
Hey, translator. What they say?
Ay, güey.
Ah, bueno, hable ya.
¿Qué hizo usted?
Quieren hablar todos.
Okay, she's happy.
Envío en directo. Hable la señorita.
She's happy that you come here in Colombia and you know our country. ¿Qué más dijiste? Oh, she's saying
¡Qué mujeres lindas!
He's in your country, the woman is beautiful.
You like gringa?
Tienen para escoger. Están buenas las gringas, pero no va a llegar más.
You can choose in your country. The girl.
Oh, diversity. Yeah. Sí.
¿Cómo? Cutie. Cute. Linda, cute. Oh, cute. Ah, sure. Your country is sure.
More secure.
Secure.
Sí.
Me avisa.
¿Sí? ¿Le
What
gusta
is
la
it?
marihuana?
¿Qué piensas de la marihuana? No. No, ¿qué? ¿No le
¿Cómo
gusta?
se dice marihuana en
Cigarrillo.
I don't know. How do you
Me?
say marihuana in English?
Marijuana.
It's the same. Es lo mismo.
Sí.
¿Qué piensas de la marihuana? Dice.
¿Cómo se dice? Pues la marihuana.
Wick, ¿qué dice Wick?
Por lo que es conocido,
Se dice Wick.
Wheat?
es de medicina y de transformar a la persona también.
¿Entiende?
¿Bueno o malo?
Bueno, malo.
The marijuana is good and is bad because the transformation of the people.
Okay, sí. Hey, what is something you love about Colombia? Ask them.
Que le digas algo acerca de Colombia. ¿Sí?
Sí.
No te
What do you guys love about Colombia?
Colombia es un país muy hermoso. Queremos que vengan a conocer los extranjeros, para que vengan a conocer diferentes ciudades en Colombia, mujeres muy hermosas, el país muy hermoso, la gente, la cultura hermosa.
What is that?
The Colombia is beautiful country
Sí.
and the people like gringos always are coming here because I have culture, good food, good beers, everything.
Sí. Bonito.
What's the cost of traveling or living in Santa Marta compared to other Colombian cities? I can do it off the rental. In Bogota, I spent like $1,100 a month, but this place was like a freaking compound, and like it had everything you need. They had their own food court, high-end gym. They had a tailor underneath the place. They had what are they called? OXXO, right? Whatever the famous one is in Colombia, they had an OXXO in the building. I mean, so I went like 3-4 days without leaving the compound, right? Like they had everything you needed. So that was $1,100. It was only like a big studio too. Definitely got tourist price, but and then I went to Cali, Colombia, and I spent like $750, and that was like one of the only places that had a rooftop pool in the North Cali. So I wanted it, but that was like a normal studio, not that big at all, and they had like a little outdoor area. They didn't have a gym, so that wasn't that good, but the area was good and it was safe. North Cali. And then I spent like $500 or $550 for this place that was by far the best I had in Santa Marta. 2 big rooftop pools, jacuzzis, gym, and whatever else I listed before. My room was way bigger. It was almost like a 1-bedroom. So I think it's cheaper. Day-to-day life, Cali was pretty cheap. I mean, everywhere day-to-day life is quite inexpensive in Colombia, even Medellin still, which I went there finally this year, because I'm talking about Santa Marta from last year. But yeah, I mean, I was probably spending 3-4 grand, right? But I'm pretty loose with the spending. So if you're more on a budget, you know, if you spend 500 for that apartment and then, you know, 500 on food and a couple hundred for activities, you can live pretty good, right? So that's $1,200 in, you know, a touristic, safe, beautiful vacation spot that a lot of people go to in Colombia. You're living really good for $1,200 a month. So yeah, it's pretty cheap. Okay, what's the best time to visit Santa Marta, weather-wise and event-wise? So I did the month of March, I think end of February, March, and it was solid. The weather was great. Like I said, only problem was windy at night. Like sometimes it was like really windy, I assume because of the mountains and all that stuff that's going on. But I saw online, and you know where it's located in the Pacific coast of Colombia. It's sunny, warm weather year-round. They have some rainy season, but even that rainy season is like short burst in the morning. It's not like a full day with no sun. That's another point I made is like there's few places where you can get solid weather year-round with that nature. You know, with the mountains and the beaches. It's very rare, and a colonial city. I mean, your options in the world get very low with that criteria. So yeah, I think the high season is December, January, and then they said even in June they have a high season, but that's when it starts getting rainy. And there's some shoulder seasons, but for the most part, from what I've seen and research, it's year round. It's like it was when I was there, and it was totally fine. I liked it a lot. Who is Santa Marta perfect for, and who might not enjoy it as much? Basically, I'm doing this because my friend Zach, if you remember from Argentina, refuses to listen to any of my advice about going to a beach city in Latin America. He just cannot accept my recommendations that I've given him countless times. And then so he was talking to someone on Twitter about Santa Marta because he was there. And I'm like, dude, Zach, it's everything you need. You want modern buildings for cheap? Boom, they got it. You want gyms? I know they're not freaking Brazilian level gyms, but my building had a great gym. Okay, you can find another gym. You want beaches on beaches that are totally fine and swimmable and you'll enjoy? They got it. Do you want a lot of nature and a lot of adventure with the Minkas, the Tayrona parks, all those different things? Boom, they got it. And it's dirt cheap. And the Wi-Fi is good, and I never had any Wi-Fi problems. There's tons of places to go to work. Like I said, that co-working space, that was like a cafe on top of a hostel, was unreal. Like it was, I'm not really a co-working guy, but I found myself going there a lot just because of the vibe, how it was set up. And so I'm like, dude, everything is there for you that you want. Any sort of traveler dude, you know, that, you know, wants the gym, wants good weather, wants to be cheap, wants beaches, wants nature, wants girls. There's girls there. There's a lots of dating opportunities to have in Santa Marta with not only the tourists, the other tourists are there, but also the locals. And I will tell you this, like, from all the Colombian places I went, that was probably the most like authentic dating I encountered. You know, a lot of other places, Cartagena, it's give me money. They're all, you know, working on the lines. Obviously, everyone's heard the horrors of Medellin, which in my experience there was like 50-50. Like I met a lot of nice people, but yeah, and also tons of people, hey, give me money, mutuo beneficios, and there's a whole economy running on that. Cali wasn't bad. I actually met some good people in Cali. Bogota, it was okay. But Santa Marta, like I met a handful of solid people, even one that still is in contact with me, and you know, as just good people. Like, hey, here's what my life's going on right now. Never asking for money. You know, said, oh, you know, we had such a great time. I'm so happy to stay in touch. Like, I met those kind of people there, you know, and so basically going back to it is like, this is a perfect city for a lot of dudes in this traveling space that are solo traveling, that want all of that criteria.